When you hear that SpaceX launched another rocket into space, you might think, cool science, astronauts, space station experiments. But here's the shocking truth. Every one of these launches is directly connected to billions of dollars. Future stock market growth, and what experts are calling the next $1 trillion industry. Today on Financial Cafe Official, we're going to break down exactly how this latest Falcon 9 launch is more than just science, it's about money, its power, and the future of global finance. Imagine this. A rocket blasts off from Florida, carrying food, science experiments, and spare parts to astronauts living hundreds of miles above Earth. To most people, it's just another space launch. But behind the smoke, fire, and roaring engines lies something far bigger, a $1 trillion economic revolution. The future of finance isn't just happening on Wall Street, it's being written in space. And today, we'll break down what this latest SpaceX launch means for you, your money, and the future of global markets. SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket lifted off, carrying Northrop Grumman's new XL version of the Cygnus cargo spacecraft. This is not just any delivery. The XL can carry over 11,000 pounds, the biggest upgrade yet for resupply missions. Supplies include essentials like food and water, but also cutting-edge experiments in materials science, biotechnology, and fuel development. The Falcon 9 booster returned safely, landing vertically, a move that continues to slash launch costs. Financial angle. Every successful re-landing makes reusable rockets more viable, lowering costs and making space a profitable industry rather than a money pit. NASA pays companies like SpaceX and Northrop Grumman under the Commercial Resupply Services (CRS) program. These contracts are worth billions of dollars over multiple years. For Northrop Grumman, ticker NOC, this means steady income beyond defense contracts. For SpaceX, it means continued growth and dominance in the launch industry. Investor insight. When a government agency guarantees you business, your revenue is stable. This stability is attractive for shareholders in companies like Northrop Grumman. Traditional rockets were like throwing away an airplane after every flight, hugely expensive. Falcon 9's booster recovery model flips that equation. Each reused booster saves tens of millions of dollars per launch. This cost advantage is one reason competitors like Boeing, United Launch Alliance, and even Europe's Ariane rockets are struggling to keep up. Finance time. In investing, cost leadership equals market leadership. Think Walmart in retail or Tesla in EVs. SpaceX is carving out the same role in space. Investment banks like Morgan Stanley predict the global space economy could hit $1 trillion by 2040. Where does this money come from? Not just rockets. Satellite internet, Starlink and rivals. Space tourism, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic. Pharmaceuticals and microgravity drugs developed in space. Mining resources, asteroids, lunar missions in the future. Each successful ISS mission tests the building blocks of these future industries. Investor insight. Think of this moment as the early internet era of space. Small companies working on niche projects today could be billion-dollar giants tomorrow. On board this mission are experiments with semiconductors, materials that power every device we use. Growing crystals and microgravity could make chips faster and more efficient. There's also biotech research studying how diseases behave differently in zero gravity. This could lead to new treatments worth billions. Fuel technology experiments could improve rocket efficiency, lowering costs for future missions. Why it matters to finance. Every breakthrough is a potential IPO, a stock market listing, or a new industry. Just like biotech boomed in the 2000s, space-related stocks could boom in the 2030s. SpaceX is still privately held, meaning retail investors can't buy stock. But with SpaceX's growing dominance, an IPO could be the most anticipated of the decade. In the meantime, investors can buy into indirect plays. Northrop Grumman, NOC, Defense and Space. Lockheed Martin, LMT, Space Systems, ARKX ETF, Space Innovation Focused Fund. Pro tip, look for companies supplying technology or materials to space contractors. They're the hidden gems. The US isn't alone. China is building its own space station and lunar base plans. Europe, Japan, and India are investing heavily. The country that dominates space could dominate communications, energy, and even future trade routes. That makes NASA's partnerships with private companies not just science missions, but strategic investments in national economic power. So the next time you see a rocket launch, remember it's not just about astronauts floating in zero gravity. It's about billion-dollar contracts, future stock opportunities, and an entirely new economy being built above our heads. The $1 trillion space economy isn't science fiction, it's coming faster than most people realize. The only question is, will you be ready to invest before it takes off?